What's up guys, I'm Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 10 things I wish I knew before I transferred to a 4-year school. As many of y'all know, but in case if you're new here, I attend Pace University. I transferred to the Pleasantville campus, and even though technically I attended this past spring semester only, even with just one semester, I learned a lot. Alright, that being said, let's get started. The first thing was to choose a school where your credits will transfer, because during the fall of 2024, I was debating whether or not I should transfer to a 4-year school since I finished community college during the spring of 24. When I finally made my decision to go for my bachelor's, that was when I decided to choose where to go to school. The community college where I attended in the past, they have a transfer agreement with my current institution, which made the whole credit transferring a lot easier. After even talking to my past professors from my community college, they were telling me other options that I can choose from, such as this school, that school, and this school. But they apparently know people who work or who they have good connections with at my school where I attend now, and it helped a lot. Choose a school that offers your major and that your credits will transfer. The second thing I wish I knew, which was to visit the campus where you got accepted to or where you're interested in going. I went on 1 or 2 campus tours, an open house, which was great, and I also was able to schedule a media tour where they basically get to show you and everybody else, whoever is interested in studying film, communication, digital media, or whatever within the arts department. They will show you the room, they'll show you where you'll be having classes most likely. It's huge. It will help you pretty much know where your buildings are for your classes and where to go if you want food. It will help you a lot more. That way when you go back to campus, you'll know where everything is. Number 3, as a transfer student, you have to decide whether you want to commute or dorm. This was such a big question to me. Throughout my years of commuting to community college, I decided I want to experience dorming. It's not because of the experience, well, actually, well, yes it is. But it's primarily because since I am a cheerleader there, which will be something that I will mention later in this video, and I also have classes back to back. The fourth thing is roommates and housing arrangements. To the freshmen and newly transferred students, unfortunately you cannot choose a roommate, nor you cannot choose where you want to dorm. During your first year, you will be assigned to live in a suite, which is a resident building primarily for first-year students. And you will never know whether or not you will have 1 roommate or 2 roommates, which means you'll be placed in either a double or in a triple. When I got my room and who my roommate's gonna be, I, like I said, got placed in a resident building primarily for newly transfer students and freshmen. I had a roommate, we got along. She is very nice and I like her. We're very cool together. I also had 2 other suite mates. They were very nice. But if you'll be, or if you are a sophomore and up, then you can. There are certain steps that you have to do to make sure that you get to choose your room, the building where you want to stay in, and if you want a room to yourself or you want roommates. I'm going to summarize how you can get a room by yourself, which I'll explain later in this video. But in order to choose your roommates and where you want to dorm, all you gotta do is submit the housing application and whatever else it tells you to do, you have to do everything before April, because that is when you got to participate in the general housing selection process, where you have the opportunity to choose your own room and where you want to stay, which building you want to dorm in, and it's a great opportunity. Number 5, join clubs, sports, and attend events. As a freshman, of course, you're gonna get nervous about joining clubs, participating in a sport, or just showing up to an event. As much as it is nerve-wracking for newly students, it's gonna help you a lot. We're gonna describe how fun these events are at my school. We had a waffle party in January. We had a carnival event towards the end of the semester, and there are so much stuff going on every single day. My school encourages students to participate and show up because it's fun and it's free. I joined cheerleading, and it has been the best decision I have ever made, because it was a good way for me to put myself out there. But I encourage you guys to attend events, show up to a sporting event, or whatever it is. Number 6, avoid taking classes earlier than 10 a.m. As much as you want to take a morning class just to get over with, get it done, that way you can have the whole afternoon, evening, and night to yourself and do nothing. But do you really want to wake up at 7 a.m. just to drive to school that one day and go to class? I don't think you want to do that. Number 7, laundry is a competition. I know it can go to each resident building at my school where I attend, and it is. Because there will be times when you go into the laundry room and there is laundry detergent on the floor, baking soda on the floor, somebody didn't pick up their clothes from the washer, dryer, or one or two of them are not working. And when you're on your way to get your clothes out of the washer, you have that one person, or will have that one person, who will just take your clothes out of the washer or dryer, that way they can do their laundry. Believe me, it happened to me once. What I would do is, if I had nothing to do in the morning, such as no classes whatsoever, I would wake up as early as I can. I'm talking about earlier than 9 a.m. and do laundry. If you can, try not to do laundry past 11 p.m. because there are times when I'm washing my clothes or drying my clothes, or even both, and I walk to the laundry room half asleep and forgetting nearly all my stuff. The 8th thing is Rate My Professors. Rate My Professors is a website where you can go online, and when you go on the website, you can look up your school's name wherever you go to school and look up the professor's name. This is very helpful when you are enrolling into classes for every fall and spring semesters. And if their name pops up, because, well, there are some instructors whose name don't pop up on the website, past students will anonymously tell you their feedback on that professor. You don't know who said what, but all I'm saying is that they will tell you, whoever took that professor will give you their honest opinion, such as, is the professor good? Is the professor not so good? Is that professor strict, fun, caring, and hilarious? And it will make sure that you choose wisely about your instructors. Number 9, which is take advantage of your medical condition or disability. When I was attending community college, I had accommodations such as getting extra time on testing quizzes and taking testing quizzes in a separate quiet room. What I didn't know until I found out, and I was told in February or in January, I believe, that if I have a medical condition or a disability, then I can get my own dorm room, Which brings me back to what I said about getting your own dorm room. You can if you have a disability or a medical condition. In order for you to get your own dorm room, you have to be a sophomore, junior, or a senior. Hey, that's how it works at my school. You also gotta connect yourself with the disability services or the accessibility services at your school. Once you're done sending over your medical documentation and meeting one-on-one or whatever you gotta do, then you can request accommodations. For housing, all you gotta do is you gotta fill out a housing accommodation, just answer whatever questions that is provided for you. You also have to meet one-on-one with one of the people at the disability services, and you have to explain the impact of your disability or medical condition and how it affects you within a living and sharing environment or whatever else they ask. There's also a form that you have to ask your doctor to fill out for you, and hopefully they'll give you your room. I'm not sure if this happened to other students, but if they say no the first time, then just send the form again. Just keep sending the form, make adjustments, make changes to whatever you say or what the doctor said. If they ask what they're looking for, then ask your doctor to edit the form and send it to them again. Just keep doing it until you get that room. The last and final thing that I wish I knew, which is something that I kind of still struggle to this day, which is ask for help. This hits home to me because I remember back in community college and even way before that, I would have trouble asking for help. In some cases, especially at a 4-year school, you'll get lost very easily and you have no idea where you're going, and you just have to go to a professor or a student or anyone who's on the campus. Just go up to them and say, do you know where this building is or this room is? And it feels a lot better once you ask. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If y'all haven't seen my last video, stay tuned to the end. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I love you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!